Hello? Hello. Testing? Testing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello. Welcome back to Bass and Bonsai. Good afternoon. I started this out in the morning and I'm still going on. I've already made some trips here and there. I've already fixed the bathroom door. The handle was getting loose. Had to take Phillips up there, fix that. I've done a lot of other stuff. But this is a never-ending deal. I didn't think I'd waste my whole Saturday off and on down here doing this. But I thought it'd be quick. But trying to make videos out of it, it's not as quick as it seems. So here's what I'm doing for a couple reasons. To kind of speed things along and so I can get to finally my actual hard baits, was what I originally started this out. And then I've still got to do the soft plastic swim baits and little creature baits, right? I've got those hanging out, sticking out everywhere. We are only 3 boxes into like a bunch of boxes. So just to get it out of the way, and then I'm going to talk real quick about chatterbaits, and then I'm combining 3 boxes, and you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. I'm not touching my BFS soft baits or what is actually my old crappie little box, right? Look in there, you guys can see it's pretty much organized. I've got these new little baits from AliExpress. These baits that I'm not sure if I really like once I got them. I have caught some fish on the pink one, if you guys remember right. The little Georgia Giants. Awesome little, but everything here is not a bad bait. Oh look, an eye got stuck on that one. You guys ever fished a little crappie tube with an eye on it? So we've got all different kinds of jig heads. The little kind you can slide in there like you would the big bass type tubes. There's a trout magnet, home of the trout magnet. Bunch of stuff. Even got little spoon looking things right here. Gonna leave that alone. I think it's everything's right there. There's no need to dump that all out and be a nightmare, right? All that little stuff. So that's gonna stay just like that. But what is gonna change in the rest of that side of the box are all 3 of the other boxes. I had it down as finesse jigs or football jigs. That thing will literally set like this in that box forever. I hardly ever fish anything in here. There's a lot of awesome baits. I just hardly ever, I'm not a big jig fisherman. I know jigs typically can bring you big bass, right? I don't know. I guess when I should be throwing this, I'm throwing the zinkers or I'm throwing something like this just on a wobbly head or some kind of other deal, what I call naked. I'm not really using an actual jig. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm getting ready to dump everything out, and I'm not keeping much out of here. I'm going to keep a few baits. I've got to sort through this because this used to be just my hooks and sinkers, right? It was basically just stuff to do like Texas rigging. I even had catfish stuff in here at one time. And I've kind of turned it into a mini little swim bait area also, and it's where I keep my snaps and all this and that. So I'm switching out with all this stuff and this right here. This is my shaky head jigs, right? They end up being shaky head, Ned heads, and all that kind of stuff. These wobble heads, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to end up with is probably an empty box to do something with. I may put some big A baits in there. I haven't decided for sure yet. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but basically I'm taking everything out of here and only keeping what I want is going in here. These swim baits and all this kind of stuff, the terminal type tackle stuff and these shaky head jigs and all that kind of stuff are going in here. Swim bait stuff coming out and going in here with swim jigs, underspins, stuff like that. And then I'll basically be left with this, what was my shaky head box, should be empty if everything works out right. Right? I know, that's going to be a chore. Now I'm not dumping this out. This, I'm just going to take stuff out. So actually, let me do that. I don't have room to do that right now. Now I don't need all these. These are kind of like I'm trying to do crappie jig stuff with the bass stuff, right? I got a ton of these. I don't really need even all that kind of stuff. Where should I start? Oh man, look at that. Okay, let's just start. Let's just dump it all out. Now when I do it this way, I think I'm going to do it differently. I think I'm just going to have, look at that gunk. Oh my gosh. I think what I want to do, give me a minute, I'm thinking. I think I want to put, I don't think I'm going to use all the dividers. Look at all these are going bye-bye. At one time, I don't even know why that color looks so nasty to me now. At one time I liked this color. I like this color. Never translated, if you guys remember, talk about the worms. Now these are not elastic. You can throw all these. I've never had an issue with all the older soft plastics anyway. I don't think these have, there's a smally beaver. That dude used to be white. That's trash for sure. All these baits are still good. These other baits. Yeah, we're going to throw that away. But a lot of these I never even used. I just had. These were like real cheap baits you could get at right. Not that guy. What is that? I can't remember the name of that, but I had used those at one time. These are all just cheap baits you could get at Rogers for like a handful for like $1. They did work. I'd usually end up cutting down that and trying just something like that just to have on the end of the jigs, right? For like this kind of jig, like the green and orange jigs, stuff like that. So they're all going out for sure. I don't want nothing to do with that. And I'm telling you right now, these are probably awesome. And some of these, not all of them, some of them are jewel, some of them are small bitsy bugs, and some are these just I guess generic ones that Rogers Sporting Goods sells through their store. Like, I don't know, somebody's making them for them. A lot of these are brand new. But a lot of these are going bye-bye. Just kind of weed out the stuff with soft plastic on it. What is that guy doing in there? Get out of there. Look at that little dude. That is under a 16th ounce. I bought those at one time. Look at that nasty. Look at that nasty bait. Who's got that hook bent that far up? It's still, yeah, I will throw it in the thing. It's going bye-bye. That is actually, oh, that's still pretty new. I don't know what happened. Skirt must have fell off of it. Rubber band probably fried for whatever reason. So these big, heavy, these are ½ ounce or bigger, big, heavy football. Definitely don't want those anymore. They're going bye-bye. So some of these finesse jigs I may keep. I'm kind of sorting through. There's another big one. I thought I was going to try to get into that big, heavy football, dragging them across the bottom. No. That's not for me. There's kind of a bitsy bug. I don't like that color though. And I'm still debating. I'm going to save a few. Black and blue, I still got why do I have that still on there? Sorting it out. Where's everybody at? Eating lunch? So yeah, I don't know why that's on there. Whoa. That was Eugene. You guys heard that crazy noise? Eugene sent me a photo. He's probably trying to sell me something again. About the time I don't want to buy anything else, Eugene's like, hey, you want to buy Airstream Custom and Silver Creek? No. Well, how much you want? Okay, I'll buy them. Hey, you want to buy that Connie Teton? Like, dude, no. But how much you want for it? Oh, he sent me something he got from Academy Sports. Hang on, Eugene. Go watch Bass and Bonsai. So this big black and blue dude, he's going bye-bye. I don't like fishing with any. Why did I have that snap on there? Oh well, we're going to leave that with the Keytech. Crazy flapper. You guys ever smell one of those? Smells like success, just in case you're wondering. Keytech bait. Eugene. I'm in the middle of something, Eugene. Nope, big baits are going bye-bye. That crazy colored candy cane looking big frickin' is out. There's a jewel bait, I think. Yeah, I don't want none of those. I may end up getting rid of all these. That thing's missing a rubber band. We're going to leave it just like that, send it down the road. So I'm sorting through these. And Eugene he's trying to sell me something, I guarantee. He's sending me pick after pick. That bait just looks good, doesn't it? Doesn't it just look good? I might keep it. So far, our keep pile and our throwaway pile. No. Well, it's got a small. I could throw that. I don't know if I like the color. You guys comment also once you guys are watching this video. You can comment in the comment deal, not just here on the live. You might be a little late. I might have already shipped one of these baits out. Something is getting me all black. What is that? You guys come across those. It's probably one of these black rubber band things. I'm trying to see. Oh, there's one. Oh, it's a little rusty. Still sharp. Sometimes you can just sand that rust right off with like a wire wheel on the Dremel. Bring it right back to new. Slap some oil on it. It'll never rust again. That little bait. I don't know. It's up in the air. That bait? No. Something's getting me black. Let me find. I think all these ball-headed ones I'm gonna get gone. Somebody's out. Oh boy. Oh, I got you guys plugged in on the charger, by the way. That, no. I kind of like, maybe. I'm gonna keep a few. That dude. See, some of these I can use as like a swim bait. Or a swim jig. When they got the heads like that, you can convert, I guess, or use them or whatever. So some of these little bitty dudes I am gonna keep. The little bitsy bug. I think these are all little bitsy bugs. There's the frickin'. I think there's the culprit. So I'll put a rat on that one. I'm going to keep, I kind of like that skirt color, but I don't think, oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on, I'm going to show you guys a trick while I get my hands all nasty and black. Time out. This is why everything takes forever. Time out. All right, I still got to go through all this, but we're going to take time just because I'm a moron. And we're going to do something. Look at that, all over my hands. Hang on, that stuff is like permanent marker. That's funny. That stuff feels nasty. But I want to take time and tell you what you can do when you get either one that A is leaking all this crap, it gets real sticky, or it's about ready to break, and you got that rubber band holding your skirt material on, and it's just a nightmare. Here's what you do. Track down some thread. You know, you want kind of thicker thread or old braid or something. This is just old red braid, probably 10-pound test, I'm guessing. Here's what you do. Pull that skirt, separate it out, see like I've done here. Now I'm going to try to go on the top side. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold one end where I have enough to tie with, pull it up there, and I'm just going to wrap. Try not to get any of the strands in there. I'm going to start wrapping that and start pulling it, cinching it kind of tight, almost like, you know, fly tying type stuff. I'm just going to cinch that in because I kind of want this bait. I do not want that nasty black thing. So I'm going to wrap it around several times. You know, that's a personal kind of preference thing. I'd say 5 to 10 times wrapped. Then simply take both ends and just tie yourself a couple knots. You only need a couple because here, I'm going to show you a little trick. And I just tie just a regular old knot, right? Tie it once, twice, 3 times a lady. Oh, I guess 3rd time's a charm, maybe. So I'm going to tie it 3 times. Okay, now this is when the magic starts. Now I'm going to try, oh geez, that is just nasty. Hang on. And you'll find out how dull these scissors are because my scissors are dull. But before I cut those off, I'm going to try to cut this gunky thing off without creating too much of a problem here. You see how it just broke? So then I'm going to try to get that off without getting any more gunk on my hands. And there may be more in this mess. But you see that thing right there? That is a nightmare. So you get that gone. You've saved your bait. Technically, you probably just let those dangle. Probably wouldn't create an issue. I'm going to try to cut them off. With these, you guys have seen me. I've cut into who knows what. And these were just a cheap pair from AliExpress. They do not cut anything like they did when I first got them. And a good pair of Lexington scissors will cut through anything. So that would probably hold, I guess, pretty good. And if you guys watch the channel, you watch me talk about the cheaper chatterbaits and how you can keep the skirt from falling off. Same thing with those. Just pull them up when they're brand new and then just put a drop of super glue right there and just let it soak through. Set it out of the way. Don't let it get on anything else. That bait will be good as new. And let's go back to what we were doing. I know you guys get all kinds of little tips over here. All right, we're trying to sort through this nightmare. So I think I'm keeping a lot of those. I like the ones, if you, like, where's it at? And I'll show you when we get to it. With like a little wire thing. I feel I can use those. The wire doesn't stand out. Like I wouldn't want to try to take the skirt material off this and then put just a swim bait on it with that there. You could probably cut that completely off and still get by just using these heads to like run a swim bait on. Or cut most of them off to where there's just 1 or 2 sticking out. But I may use that to put a different skirt on. So that. What? No, there's where the big, look at that. I don't even want to throw that. Why did that get like that? It must have been touching right on that thing. Oh, there's some Ned head type ones. I got some of those in there too. I forgot about those. I'm setting that one out of the way. Here's some more of those baits. I'm still got black junk everywhere. Hang on. Oh, it's all over. Is it on that? I don't know why I have that huge thing on that little bitty bait, but I'm keeping a lot of these. You'll see me keep. It may be because I'm keeping it for the head, not necessarily that color skirt, but these little bitsy bugs, I am keeping those. That's one of the BPS ones, just in a different color. These are awesome little baits. I like that color. Okay, this dude, black and blue crazy flapper. Wow. I think I super glued that sucker on because it ain't coming off. And that's one of the Z-Man baits. And it's just too big. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's going bye-bye. So we will keep our little Ned heads. our little bitsy bugs. There's another Ned head. Little bitty, might turn into a little swim bait head for BFS. Couple, might keep a couple of little ball style just to use as little any of these that once you see them cut like that, they're considered, or they call them finesse jigs. Might keep some of those. There's a heavy duty finesse jig, right? Does have a fairly small hook, but heavy bait to get down. I don't want it. I'm going to definitely have a lighter tackle box when I get down here. That little dude, that's one of the cheap ones, I think, from Rogers. But that's a decent little bait. I think it's going bye-bye. So I'm going to keep a lot of these littler ones with intentions to maybe switch out to a different skirt material, possibly. That little dude had a lot going on. Look at that hi-hat. I don't know. I do not like the colors of... Oh, there's some... There's what's causing the black issue, I think. Let's just get rid of that issue. Right now. Trash. I don't know why I'm sitting there holding that dude. Got 2 rattles on there. That just looks like it'd catch a fish. Did it ever catch a fish? Probably need a smaller... Those are pretty little hooks. Probably need even a smaller trailer on those. Almost say need that cut down. I don't know if I want to keep that one or not. Maybe. How many of these do I have? Hang on. Keeping this. Yeah, I don't like that. Some big honking rattles. Yeah, I don't like it. I actually like that color. Nah, no, I'm talking myself out of all this stuff now. There's a finesse screw like that. That probably went on there. That looks like it may be starting to rust. I can't tell for sure, but I'm gonna keep. Why are these all like that? I'm gonna send that dude packing. I'm gonna keep this dude, but I'm gonna rip the skirt off the rest of the way. Hang on. Do this over the trash. I'm gonna get all nasty. Might keep a couple of those black and blues. I'm not sure how many we got rid of because I was throwing them in the thing as I was going. Hang on a second. This is a nasty bait. But what I'm hoping is, and I think that must be jewel baits, and I'll show you guys. This will all. Oh no, that thing is junk. Trash. Show you guys what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to find is a bait. Well, here, I'll grab it. It's right here. If you guys remember right, I talked about it in several videos. You'll see me with the swim bait on this, one of those like Meredith baits. And it just, the hookup ratio is always good on that right there. And it seems to get through, I can just throw it anywhere, you know, weedless. It works real well. So I was trying to find, and I think it may be this, which I think these were jewel baits. So I probably need to go up to Rogers and just get, I think that's where they had them. I think that may be the same hook. That one might have a touch of rust on it. But anyway, so I want to get some of those just to do, not necessarily with the skirt on it, but for that, and maybe a couple of these others, maybe take these things off and use them for regular, just like what they are though also. So there we've thinned down. I don't know if we've gotten through about half, but we got a lot of those gone. And I'll be honest, I'll probably go through and weed out a few more, but I don't have time right now to take to do all that. We're going to jump to something else here real quick. So let's just jump to this and go ahead and get these out of here. Now I'm not dumping this out just for the fact I got 50 million little things in there. But this used to be for like all of my hooks and sinkers. So if I was going to be rigging Texas rig stuff, even catfishing stuff, all that kind of stuff. It is no longer for that, and I was kind of almost into like a little miniature swim bait box thing. All that's going bye-bye. So all these are coming out, and I'll be honest, I'm not keeping probably but 4 or 5 of each of these, and the rest are, actually let's just do it now. If you can tell, there are some, and they just came that, like there's some different colors. So, and they do sometimes get blended in and change, which I don't actually have an issue with that. So I'm just going to keep some of these. That's probably enough of those. I like these, the multicolored ones. There's like a white bellied ones. Probably keep a few of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that one. A couple more white. So probably over half are going bye-bye. Throw them in the thing. I do like those for different things, and you can shorten them up. You can take these and shorten, you know, get them to a little size. These sometimes they just work. They're a cheap like swim bait thing. So we cleared off that side. What do I have here? Oh, the deal. The deal's hiding on me over here in my little hooks. So I better leave him out. Do something with him later. So let's, oh my goodness. Let's do this real quick. Let's clean our mess up from here. I'm going to pull out all of our swim bait / whatever soft plastics ended up over here. Oh, I forgot about these things. Here's my bigger type spoon stuff. I got to figure out where to go with those. They're going out of here though. Well, maybe they actually will stay in here. I haven't decided yet. Some of these are going bye-bye. And that's my split shot. That's my split shot hole too. So you see I got my, from the littlest snaps, the next size, there's actually like 3 size snaps in there. Then the next size, which I usually use, like this is my 6 pound, several sizes. 10 pound, there's like maybe 1 or 2, and then one size bigger, like my biggest ones, for like 15 pound. And I've got a lot of different rattles. But then I'll see all this stuff. Now these are my, there's a couple different styles in here. If you can see that. These are my little, to keep the weights, the little stoppers. And I still occasionally use those for other things. But like, see these big honking weights? All these weights. These weights are coming out, and they will no longer be used for fishing. They'll be used for weighting when I do rod balancing. Now these came from AliExpress. I don't remember what I paid. Like a little punch. I just never used them. I don't really get into doing that kind of stuff. So all these are coming out. I'm just going to set them out of the way. This box is going to be turned into kind of what it started out as, but instead of hooks and sinkers, it's going to be all that, like terminal. It's going to be hooks, shaky head jig heads, all that kind of stuff. I think it'll all fit in here. And I'm going to use this one because it's got the smaller dividers. It makes more sense. So I'm getting all this stuff out. Now I will probably leave a spot. And it will not be as big as like this whole section for little split shots and some of these little weights, just to, when you're trying to add weight to a bait, sometimes you need little weights. And then of course I have, and actually I don't put them over here. I hardly ever throw away split rings until they either get rusty or show me that they, for some reason, are kind of weak. So we've got to that point, and we need to go further. We need to get all these out, and I'll be honest, I hardly ever fish these. It's good. Some of you guys are probably for the first time ever seeing these going, I didn't even know you owned any. There's a funky shaky head that I no longer use. It's out of here. But I may still keep some of these. That little weedless spoon, I don't want that. Some of these are okay for jigging, these little jigging spoons, but that, look, that's an old one. Got that old tail. I'm not even sure where I'm going to put these, but I think I might keep a few. Not this guy, not this guy. These guys are going. These guys are out the door. I don't even know where they came from, how old they are, I don't even remember. They're gone. I think I will keep all of these. These are just, not that guy. Yeah, actually, sometimes these old nasty ones. Flutter spoon, just different. Not sure where they're going. But let's just go ahead and keep that whole bundle, even though it weighs a ton. I'm going to keep it for now. No idea where it's going. It's not going back in here. Look at that stuff. Is that a frog hook? That's going in the trash. I don't even know how old it is, what it is. What was that? What was I trying to catch with that? I don't know. Did I try to add this on the back of something? I don't know what I was doing. That's a very little, it's got a name on it, Booyah probably. Kind of make my own underspin, I guess I could. I don't know. Let's just get it out of there. I got snaps where they shouldn't be. I don't need time to figure out which way it goes. So for now, I'm going to, and I don't know, somewhere I had different ones of these. I can't remember what I did. I will probably sort those out at some point and have just a split shot and then these little nail weights. Okay, for now that box is roughly going to be like that. I'll clean it first. Oh boy, this is going to be a nightmare of a project. So let's figure out what we're doing on swim baits before I get to my shaky head box. This thing right here came in on, I can't remember where. I bought a rod and reel from a guy, and this was just on it. I don't even know who makes them. I think it has the weight on it, like right there, 1/4 ounce. But that is just for these huge honking whatchamacallits. So yeah, it's going bye-bye. This, oh my God. That, you guys remember that? World's biggest chatterbait. And it's going bye-bye. I don't want that thing no more. I don't want none of those. These I like. That. See you later, mister. Bye-bye. There's another one of those. Oh, why is that on it? I have no idea, but that's not. That doesn't look good. That's good. I think that's still the original one that's caught a ton of fish. So these actually last a long time. The Bass Assassin, I forget what they call that. I need to get more of those. I just haven't yet. I don't know if I've ever thrown these. I bought them. And they're actually pretty big, but a small, you know, I don't know. Do I even want to keep those? I guess they just look weird. But I might, what is that doing in there? Chatterbait Blade, go over here. Bought these off AliExpress too, little pre-made under. The way this tail thing works, guess what? I don't like them. I got 3 of them. They're going bye-bye. Good luck with them, Charles, if you buy them. And these are kind of those little, yeah, I don't like these either. I didn't even know I had that all white one. Little Berkeley underspins, I will keep those. These little dudes are all. That dude unfortunately is toast. Yeah, all those. There's another white, whatchamacallit, needs to probably be thrown away. Another Chatterbait Blade. Where did all those come from? Split shot. So I definitely need to invest in some more different size underspins. I need to find some that work. I tried these out. They came from Cabela's, I think, cheaper ones. I don't like none of those. Just a regular like head. I'd rather rig up one of these style heads like I was talking about. I like those better. So anyway, that was pretty quick work of that. These will be going in this box. I'm going to have some jigs, swim jigs, underspins, stuff like that, all in one box. So I'm going to slide these out of the way for now. And then, a huge dude. I'm getting rid of all those bigger ones. You'll see in a minute when I get to the soft plastic stuff. So now I come to this thing and I need to weed out some stuff. Like all of this stuff. Soft plastics is just built in there. Now somebody had told me at one time, we got some crappie jigs just floating around. Never can be too unprepared, right? Have a crappie jig laying around. Somebody told me one time these were like some kind of awesome baits. Put on like a drop shot. I've tried them a few different times. I've never had much luck with these kind of baits. Set this crappie jig out of the way. So anyway, all those. I don't even know what that guy's doing in there. We'll set him over here. Oh, look at that, a little Ned bait. That's one of Big A's right there. I can tell by the color already. That is a good color, actually. So all these baits, I hardly ever used. There's actually a good little bait, but yeah, I'm just taking a whole handful and dumping it. Charles can have that stuff. Like some of that stuff won't be $1 a piece. It'll just be like however much. Here, I don't even know why I bought this many. I thought at one time when I was drop shotting, this is like I wanted a real little drop shot hook, and I like that hook and all that. And I can tell you right now that no, I don't like drop shotting, period. So what I am going to do is I'm going to get this little baggie. I think this little baggie will work. I might need a bigger baggie, but let's see if we can get this bag open. Put all these hooks in. These are all, every one of those I think is brand new that I've never even rigged up. I probably needed a bigger bag. I cannot hold the opening up enough to get all those in there in one shot. I don't want to sit and pick them all apart. Get in there. Get in there. Ah! Just get in there. One got away. So all those in the bag, probably be a buck for all those. Let me find another bag. And all the drop shot weights, which I didn't have a ton. Yes, occasionally I rig up like a weird drop shot type thing, but it's usually my own like run on it. It's kind of like, I just call it a double shot. Basically 2 baits, one up about, 12 to 18 inches higher than the other one, and the other one on bottom. So I'm getting all these out of here before I get it all mixed up. There's a lot of good stuff here, really. I just bought it, stuck it in here, and it just set. You guys can tell that I'm not really much on drop shot or overall jigs. There's just certain baits I don't hardly ever use. So we'll throw those in there. I am keeping that stuff. We'll get, oh my God, this has become a nightmare. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull out what I don't use or plan on using. I'm not gonna individually wrap these bigger ones. Here's what I originally started using. I'm just gonna pull some of those out. Way back in the day, oh, there's a little bitty snap. I got rid of all the early stuff I was using for shaky heads, but I was using those like, with the twist lock type deals. And then some of the, I believe that may be Strike King. Ended up with basically 3 styles I really like. 2 of them are VMC and one of them is Bagley of all brands. But the VMC Finesse Rugby Jig is my shaky head of choice. 1/8 ounce. 16th ounce mainly, or 1/8 ounce. It kind of just depends on what's what. But then I also like this little, I guess, I don't even know if they call them shaky head, but I feel they are probably best when used as like a shaky head type thing. But these little half moons or whatever they call them in a 16th ounce, those will just flat hook fish. They are awesome bait. VMC makes those. But then another very good one are just these, because they hold the Z-Man stuff real well, the way they're designed right here with the keeper. These little Bagley ones in a 16th ounce, man, they're just awesome for hookups too. So those 3. All these others are blasts from the past that are getting shipped out. But before I totally get them gone, now these actually may work. I never really got into using them too much. And then there's a few other styles. And then there's these, the rugby jigs, but not the finesse. Have this impossible little hole eyelet to get into to try to tie to. So they're out too. I'm just not going to mess with them. Those are going bye-bye. I will probably keep just for sentimental reasons, and I would like to actually find that exact one again. Because that's one of the first ones I started using and really felt it. Excellent hookup ratio with the shaky head. And there's True Tungsten. Is that the name brand, or is that just what they were? True Tungstens. They actually back in the day had Mike Iaconelli on them, and he's who's with the VMCs now. But that was an awesome 16th ounce shaky head, or pretty much any real little bitty small soft plastic. I got to a point where I couldn't find them anymore, and I just have the one. I'll probably just hold on to that and maybe these 2, because then if you go a little bit heavier, I think these may be 1/4 ounce. Real light wire hooks though. So you can throw these on a very, as long as that rod can get the weight out, like a pretty ultra light type deal, because it looks like a big hook, but that is a very skinny and a very sharp hook. So anyway, I think I will keep those 3. All these other funky ones are going bye-bye. Out the door. Get out of here. We don't want you. I don't even know what brand what that thing is, but they're out. These hooks will stay just a little. I've got several of these in different sizes. I use kind of sometimes for just weightless, like Texas rig, the Cinco, but weightless kind of deal. There's my Wobble Bobble heads. I think I'll keep all these, even though I've come to the point where I pretty much use the pretty much just use these. These are awesome. But I do have, I don't even remember why I bought these. Maybe I bought them all at the same time just to try out. And I don't know, you guys could comment if there's an advantage to having a round head over. Actually, look at that. See that? I do not like, I'm getting rid of those. I like these. See that wide gap? That's not a wide gap. It's kind of just a straight. I don't think I want those. I do have a few different sizes there. How many? I've only got, what, 4 of those. I just know, though, I don't think I ever try those. I just like I like the wide gap. I'm a wide gapper. I got a few others floating around, but I only got 4. I need to get more of those. So these, I got 1, 2, 3. Think of what I have, 3 of each. They must come in 3-pack. 3 little ones, 3 big ones. Sorry, they're going bye-bye. Let's talk Ned heads now. What? I keep finding these little snaps end up all over everywhere. But they didn't even start out in this box. How they jump boxes, I don't know. Oh, should I keep these? Every reason to want to get a Ned head. I guess technically you could use these on like a worms. Maybe cut down a little bit. But that's a pretty big weight. Like I've got a few way over here. If you guys can't even see that far over. But I like just a regular, and I need to hurry up and get some ordered. I think here's one, but it's, I think is that the 16th? I like just the original ones with that kind of keeper in like a 16th ounce. Is what I really like for my Ned TRD type stuff. Once you start getting bigger, heavier, and thicker hooks, I just kind of go to, I'm going to put it on a bigger rod, and I just put it on a shaky head. But I do keep a few of the original ones just for that time. I think that one would actually, that's about the normal size. Sometimes if you want that magnum, like I said though, usually when I would go to something like this, I can't really use that on an ultralight rod, possibly on a, so I switch to shaky head, so I hardly ever end up using any of these. So let's keep a few of the, I don't know why I'm putting them here, they have to come out. I'm gonna keep a few of these littler guys. Now these aren't bad though, because these are a big head, but they are a very little hook still. I guess I kind of do like those. Where did I get those? I don't know. Should I keep all these? They don't take up much room. If you guys see what I'm talking about, the reason I'm keeping these, they do have a pretty small hook, yet when you want a good chunk of weight to get it down in there quick. And then this little dude. So I'm not really getting rid of a bunch of those. There's the style I think I was talking about. That right there, a little almost like a half moon looking thing, about as light as you can get with just that size hook, whatever that is. Those funky ones like that, those are out. There's like, I don't know, I got rid of a few. There's my normal ones, there's those. So before I'm not really dumping this box, I'm going to transfer it over, but I need to get rid of all this. This is my wobble head stuff. Now these wobble heads, I think they won't be, this stuff's going with the one box, the swim bait and the jigs and that. I think this is where the wobble heads are going to go. If you guys don't know about the wobble heads, look them up if you want some. These are awesome little baits, kind of meant for swimming little worms and stuff, but Look at all this. This is all Elastec, if you're wondering. I guess I just turned that into my little Elastec holder before I wanted to put them back where they belonged, I guess. Because every bait there is just a Z-Man Elastec that needs to go home, and I need to set them somewhere in case I don't get to them in a little bit to where they won't stick to other baits. So I'm going to set them over there out of the way. So yeah, these are my little collection of the Wobble heads. Awesome little baits. I need to get, I had the full-size red one, I think is what I'm missing, I lost. These baits are going somewhere other than in here. Still not sure what this box will end up being. Whoa, don't go anywhere, box. Which box is that? Okay, how long is this video? Oh my god, I'm going to end this video because I got tons of sorting here to do. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to transfer everything you see here, which isn't a ton. I'm going to organize into this, so then that'll free up. This will be an empty box to create, do whatever, put whatever different baits in, and then I will take this other box, which was our jig only, which is going to be swim jigs, underspins, these wobble heads will probably go in there, and that kind of stuff. So I will show you when I jump to another box, but I'm going to end this video since it's already 50 minutes, and I'm probably still another 50 minutes from organizing and sorting it all out. And I'll show you what the finished box looks like, but that's kind of just a way of, and I'm probably going to go back through and weed out a few more of these and just downsize, because you will hardly ever see me throwing something like this with a skirt. You're more likely to see me throwing just a thing with a little swim bait. You guys, and I know you guys have seen it. Catches tons of fish, and you can actually fish it real slow. You can almost bounce it off the bottom. But you will see me probably doing something like that before you do this, like a lot. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'll show you the finished deal once all that gets done, and I'm going to probably take a break and go get me something to eat, and then come back, wash my hands, of course. Look at that. I'm going to get that nasty black stuff off, and hopefully, I think this was the culprit. You guys want to see? Let me stick you with it. I'm throwing that one away. I ain't even messing with it. All right, guys. Hopefully you like that. We'll see the finished deal, sorting through all of our stuff. Might go ahead. I need to get with Big A, and I think he's sending us some other different color swim baits, but I need to go through his, if you guys don't know the deal about Big A's on Facebook, has soft plastics, not Elastec, just regular old soft plastics, and I'll try to show you in this one. He's got some cool colors, and I believe he can custom pour what you want. Anyway, you'd have to message him and find out all the details, but he's Charles's friend of the channel for sure now. And he's hooking us up with some different baits to try out, and just basically, you know, spread the word about it, the stuff he's doing. You know, he's a veteran, so if you are looking for regular soft plastic stuff in certain colors, check out Big A's, and be looking forward to future Big A stuff. He's got swim bait, everything you think of. I think he really pushes on he's on the panfish and crappie stuff, so the little stuff. But the big bass stuff we've had and tried. And I've got two separate boxes that aren't even included in none of this video. I may turn that one box into a Big A baits. Just some of the soft plastics and the favorite colors that that I like that he makes. And so you guys can, you know, just continue on that kind of deal. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out.